I've had so many experiences. And you tend to think that you're bulletproof, and you don't really realize, how fragile life is and how fast it can come to an end.
Any units for domestic, going to be Camelot 4180, Apollo Village, circle number A, Adam. RP's not involved. Can hear the neighbor having a fight with the girlfriend. The male is threatening to kill the girlfriend. It's 2037.
That night was July the 27th, 2011. It was early evening.
I was at the Sand Creek substation when I heard the call get dispatched.
I was bakered up with Officer Matt Davis, and I was driving the vehicle.
Pretty much all of us had the same thought: hey, let's go get this guy and take him into custody so we know where he's at.
As soon as we pulled into the parking lot, he stood up and was visibly upset, visibly angry at seeing us. And at that point, I saw a large black handgun in his right hand.
Officer Davis screamed that he had a gun. We saw him run back into the apartment.
The man, once he was inside, was running back and forth. And he was yelling about how he was going to bring the woman there so he could kill her.
I attempted to establish a dialogue with him through an open window, to which all I got were profanity and how he wanted us to bring his girlfriend to him so he could kill her.
I've been doing this job a long time. I don't think I've ever seen behavior quite to that extreme before.
As soon as we pulled into the parking lot and I could see that he had that gun, I knew that it was going to end poorly.
I started yelling, addressing this individual by name, telling him that we couldn't go away. We were outside, we knew he was in there, and we had to stay there until he came to talk to us.
Unfortunately, some people you just can't talk to, and we never actually established much conversation with this guy. The entire time inside, we could see he had a gun, we could see he had a knife in his left hand. And at one point, he decided that he wanted to knock the screen out of the window and point that gun at all the officers.
As soon as that screen came out, I knew the gun was coming out and I knew he was going to shoot me.
The officers all just giving verbal warnings, just yelling at him, drop the gun, and he just leveled it right towards our voices.
While this was going on, I had kind of a moment in my mind where I went home, and it was just like I was walking in the door and I could see my wife and my dog, and they were happy to see me, and they just smiled at me, and I knew that it was going to be okay, and that I had to do whatever was necessary in order to get back home.
I didn't have time to be scared. I didn't really have time to feel fear.
As soon as he knocked the screen out came the gun. He pointed the gun directly at me. I placed my front sight on his chest, fired one shot.
And I remember when I was pulling the trigger, how terribly long and how much concentration that I had focusing on the sights and working on the trigger, how terribly long it seemed like before the shot would break.
And counting the shots fired, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over my shoulder. I could hear the shots being fired.
I shot him twice. I hit him once in the chest and once in the face.
He survived, and he's currently serving time in prison. He is confined to a wheelchair, and it's unknown what his medical condition will be in the future.
I don't think any of us really reflect anything until weeks or even months later about what our emotions are. I think it took me a full month to say, whoa, I'm not dealing with this really well. I need to go talk to somebody. So the reflection comes much later, not the night of the incident.
It's not something that you can forget. It's something that sticks in your mind. I pulled the trigger and shot a human being. That's not normal behavior. That's not normal for someone to hurt another human being.
I have PTSD, and that's something that I'm going to have to live with the rest of my life. And, it takes a toll on you personally. It takes a toll on your family. It takes a toll on your co-workers. It takes a toll on anybody that knows you.
Or the most emotional thing is just just the suffering that I've put my family through with my emotional roller coaster that I've been riding. It's been a really tough ride, and my family's been there for me and supportive of me. And if it wasn't for them, I don't have any idea where I'd be right now.
Now that we've moved past, I guess I'm more angry than anything. I'm angry that someone in this world put myself and other people in that situation.
If we can learn anything from events like this, it's how to survive, how to do the right thing, how to do what we're trained to do. You know, keep doing our job, keep protecting people that need our protection, doing the right thing. That's what we take on, and we know the results that may come of it, even though we hope that never happens.